Good Thursday morning, everybody. It's November 10th, and I'm Chris Allen here on the SAM channel, Facebook, YouTube, no, I've already said that, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. All right. Well, here comes the final day of enjoying 70-degree weather. We hit 80, by the way, yesterday. 80. Yeah, I said upper 70s. Okay, we hit 80. But that was 18 degrees warmer than we should be this time of the year, which the average high is 62. Now, I can tell you that we are going to go back there to the average high. No, wait. We're going to go below the average high by almost that many degrees, 18 to 20. Yes. Starting tomorrow and then through the weekend, get ready because it's coming. Now, we've got a couple of things going on here that is of significance. Nicole made landfall late last night, early this morning on the east coast of Florida as a brief Category 1 hurricane. It's now back to tropical storm strength, and I've got the satellite view, as you can see, cranked up down here where you can see the center of the storm is right there. So, and what's going to happen to Nicole as it crosses into Florida, it'll go into the Gulf, and then it's going to make a track off to the north and east. What it's going to do, though, is throw some of its moisture back our direction starting tonight. This thing's going to get caught up in the upper winds, and then it's going to steer itself, aided by high pressure, too. You can see the high pressures here is going to help steer this thing off to the north and east, where it's going to become a pretty big nor'easter for the New England states, but it will bring us some rain. The outer bands, you can already see some of the cloud cover, high clouds associated with Tropical Storm Nicole is already over us this morning, and that's what you'll see. Plus, there's some smoke in there. Yeah, we've had some wildfires over in eastern Kentucky. And so you'll see kind of a haze, maybe some smoky air at times from that as the wind flow comes out of the east, southeast. So it's going to blow some of that this way. But what we're already seeing are high clouds associated with Nicole down here in Florida. So the rain chances have gone up big time for us, even from what I showed you yesterday. So that's pretty significant. We're going to get maybe some heavy rainfall starting tonight and into the morning on Friday, which is, we're looking at much better coverage, 70%, and maybe even picking up a half inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain out of Nicole. And that's coming starting tonight and then into the day on Friday. So we've bumped up the chance of rain, which is awesome. But it's not going to be the drought buster we had hoped for. It will put a small dent in that now over 6 inches of rain deficit. That's how bad it is. We're still in a severe drought. There's still a high fire danger, as I just told you about the wildfires over in eastern Kentucky. There was even one up toward Fort Knox. Pretty good field fire going on there. So we could use the rain. We just are not going to get enough to break that. We don't want it all at once. 6-inch deficit plus. No, we don't need that all at once. But Nicole's going to help us out in the short term. Okay. And then the other big story is how cold it's going to get starting tomorrow. All right. Today, last day, I can tell you, I've got t-shirt and shorts on to go to the radio station. It could be possibly the last day I get to wear something like this before I have to start wearing jeans or pants and long sleeve shirts or sweaters or pullovers or whatever. 74, mid 70s today. Not close to 80, but more mid 70s thanks to the cloud cover. And then tonight, the rain takes over. We go into the mid to upper 50s. We get into the mid 60s tomorrow, but then as the front comes in, the temperatures are going to start to fall during the day with the passage of the front. And look what happens. We go to 34 tomorrow night and only up to 46 on Saturday. It's going to be a chilly day and maybe even a little blustery because of the winds from the northwest. Then you see 40s, 50s, 40s, 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 mid to upper 40s to around 50. Remember when I said earlier that our average high is 62? Look at that. We're not even close. And then look at these lows. 30s, 20s, 20s. In some cases, this may be teens. Saturday night into Sunday morning, and again on Sunday night into Monday morning, we could be looking at somebody hitting the upper teens for overnight lows. 30s, 30s, 20s, 20s, 20s. You see here, this whole block. Today and tomorrow, warmish, unseasonably warm today, warm closer to average tomorrow, and then the bottom falls out. This is what's coming. I hope you're prepared. I hope your home is prepared and your car is prepared. And somewhere along the lines there, we could even get, I don't know, maybe some frozen precipitation. We'll see. All right, here's a look at temperatures right now. We've got a lot of 40s and 50s. There are a couple of spots, valley areas and things like that, where you see 40s like Grayson County, Butler County, even here in Warren County, 36 down near the river, typical stuff there for a very dry atmosphere, stable atmosphere down near Burkesville, but everybody else is in the 50s or close to the 50s this morning. All right, let's take a look at the, oh, I forgot to hit the button. I'm so sorry. There you see it. 40s, 50s. Okay. Now we move on to the predicted temperatures for the day. I got to hit these buttons right, or I wish they would come up with a better way to do this, but it is what it is. I think the platform I use is going to start to improve. It's still relatively new. So anyway, did I hit the button? No, I didn't. I just almost caught myself, right? Well, I did catch myself. Okay, now here we go. Starting in the 40s and 50s this morning, we go into the mid 70s, call it mid 70s. I don't think we'll get 80 today or close to it. Somebody might to the east, but that's it. Then tonight, rain takes over. We go mid 50s or so. Temperatures won't fall that much overnight because of the rain and the cloud cover moving in. And then we go 60 or so tomorrow. Here we go, 60, 61, 62 tomorrow. And then as the cold front meets up with the rain, we start to see temperatures falling rapidly tomorrow night. But we're thinking most of the precipitation will be gone before the coldest air gets here tomorrow night. You see that 35, that's close to freezing. Somebody may actually see some wet snowflakes mixing in with the rain before it leaves. Okay, it's a possibility. Maybe Saturday morning, somebody could see that before we warm back to, the mid 40s. Then here comes the really cold air as we get into Saturday night, Sunday. Look at that. 20s, mid 20s, 40s for highs, back to the 20s for lows. Sunday night into Monday morning. It's happening. It is happening. So that's why I say I hope you're ready for this, because once it comes in, it's going to stay. It is going to stay. As I've mentioned before, the models here, long range models, hinting at it's staying all the way through not only Thanksgiving, but through the end of the month and maybe longer. All right, so what about the rain part of this whole deal? Let's get to that. Today, you're fine just noticing increasing clouds. This evening, there could be a few renegade showers that pop up along the Cumberland Plateau, and maybe even here in Bowling Green, we could get some little bit of light rain to start or little pesky showers. But it's going to be later tonight after midnight. Here come the outer rain bands associated with Tropical Storm Nicole. And notice the rain starts to pick up over the area overnight, early tomorrow morning. We could even hear some rumbles of thunder, but don't be alarmed. It's not going to be severe weather. This is just going to be good rain. You could hear it pretty much on your roof now, tonight and early tomorrow. Look at that. Good rainfall for some. And now more than what we had looked at happening west of Interstate 65. We thought at first the models were hinting that it's going to be anybody east of 65, which would be Bowling Green over toward Somerset and this area. Bluegrass section would get the better odds of rain, but now we're starting heavier rain to the west, which means Nicole is coming a little more west than what the models were indicating earlier. So here we go into Friday morning, showers, Friday during the day, showers, pretty good coverage of rain, maybe even a rumble of thunder, some breezy conditions, northwest winds as the cold front meets up with Nicole. And here we go into Friday afternoon, Friday evening. The cold front hasn't passed yet. Still a few little lingering showers and sprinkles, drizzle. Even into Saturday morning, there will be that one last piece of energy. Here's the cold front pushing that last piece of energy through Saturday morning with some lingering showers, and then all that moves away Saturday night into Sunday, and we're done. We're done with that whole thing. Again, there might be somebody that gets cold enough, say tomorrow night, to possibly get a wet snowflake mixed in. It would melt as soon as it hits the ground. Let's just put it that way. Ground temperatures way above freezing. So if you're concerned about that, don't be. It's not going to be any big deal, except somebody's going to say, hey, look, there's a snowflake. And then it's gone. It's going to be that kind of a situation. How much rain? The models here indicating the heaviest rains, of course, are going to be associated with the center of Nicole to our east. But we see here over southern Kentucky, we're going to see, and it's going to be a pretty sharp uh, gradient of rain. Parts of western Kentucky are only going to get like piddly rain, but then we could get, well, on the scale here, half inch to 3/4. Some locations closer to, say, Columbia, over toward Russell Springs, Somerset, you could get an inch or more of rainfall, heavy rain out in eastern Kentucky from the remnants of Nicole. All right. Now, I know I'm running short on time here. Don't want to go too long, but I'll show you the maps real quick and what's going to happen with that. There's a lot to cover here, so it's taking a little bit longer. Here we go with here and now. There's Nicole, Tropical Storm Nicole over Florida. Let me adjust the map here just a little bit more so you can see that. And then here comes our big Arctic system coming in today. Winds will pick up. And we're talking about blizzard conditions in the north central plains, heavy rain and thunderstorms for the upper Midwest and parts of the Great Lakes. And here comes Tropical Storm Nicole, probably staying tropical storm strength for a little while longer. Here we go into this afternoon. Increasing clouds for us, and then some of the outer rain shields may start to affect central and eastern Kentucky late this afternoon. Then tonight, the rains take over, and as you see here with the red stripes, The red pinstripes, that's indicating we could get some thunder. But again, no severe weather here. There's Tropical Storm Nicole. Here comes our cold front. The two of these forces will meet up, but the cold front is going to be a bit stronger than Nicole, and it's going to shove this whole system out of the way. So our rain will be tonight and off and on tomorrow, ending Friday night into Saturday morning as the front comes on through, and here comes our cold air. This is Friday night, tomorrow night. It's going to be a bit blustery. It's going to get colder. And here we go into Saturday. Yes, a few leftover sprinkles or whatever, but with the much colder air as we get into Sunday. And here we go into Monday, cold everywhere. Look, even in Oklahoma, they're going to get a mix of precipitation. And then south of that, the rain, just warm enough for rain. And then, oh, look at this. We talked about Tuesday yesterday that there could be maybe some snowflakes mixing in with rain. And here we go with a shortwave trough, a disturbance out of the Gulf of Mexico, southern tracking system, sending moisture our direction. And because the cold air is already here, we could see a little something. But again, the ground temperatures are too warm. Whether it sticks or not, I'm not very confident in that. And then another big winter type storm system out in the Rockies and into the plains. This is on Tuesday next week. And there's Wednesday, another big sprawling Arctic high pressure takes over. And I'm telling you, that's going to keep us cold. That's what's going to keep us cold all the way through Thanksgiving. And it looks like even through the end of the month, possibly beyond that. Okay, I've gone long enough today. Headed to the radio station. I have more football tickets to give away to Saturday's game. I've got Queen of Soul tickets to give away for Friday night, tomorrow night's concert at SkyPack, all on the radio this morning at Sam 100.7, starting at 6 a.m. on your radio, 100.7 FM. In the meantime, have a great day. God bless you. Enjoy the last really warm day of this season, I think, today. Take it all in as best you can. And I'll see you on the radio.